Now, Kimmy, I guess you do feel away because she ain't no damn elder to you. She your damn peer, because low key, shit, Kimmy ass might be the oldest. So as I was perusing down these social media streets, I said this is enough for me to want to share some sensibility. All right, let's get into it, shall we? All right, y'all, let's get into Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 8, Episode 14, Girls Get Away From Me. Honey, I'm going to call this episode Delusion Meets Reality. Oh, yes, I am, okay? So, baby, when I say that no one throws a vacay the Melody Cherie way, honey, she meant that, okay? So, first and foremost, the location, the view, the ambiance, it is absolutely gorgeous. It is breathtaking. I'm like, yes, ma'am. Honey, it makes you want to click your heels 3 times like Dorothy on the Wiz, child, and open your eyes and be on the beach. I'm just saying, okay? So I loved how Melody highlighted the fact that she's been out of the country more times since her divorce than she's ever traveled. So it's the symbolism for me. So Mel during her marriage versus Melody after marriage. Honey, Melody was fabulous while she was married, but she's definitely a force to be reckoned with post-divorce. It's like an albatross has been lifted from her neck. So detaching from that evil man has definitely changed her entire life and her trajectory for the better. I'm just saying, okay? So Melody arrives. She's with Shanita Foster, her good Judy, her good girlfriend, and her good friend Lauren, who also serves as her assistant and makeup artist. They are arriving. They are ecstatic. Honey, they're taking in the greenery, the foliage. They're taking it all in. But I must say, I am so proud of Melody for looking out for her real friends and ensuring that they had their pick of the best rooms. Honey, because those rooms are absolutely given. They're gorgeous with the balconies, the verandas, the terrace, the ocean view, and all that good ish, okay? So meanwhile, the remaining ladies, they arrived to St. Thomas to retrieve their luggage. And so you got the whole crew. So you got Nell, you got Kimmy, you got Tisha, and you got Stormy, right? Child, but baby, here comes Miss Sunny, honey. They were not expecting that. I'm like, yes, 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 right? But before I get into how they reacted when they saw Sunny, I'm like, that damn Kimmy and Tisha, they complaining already. Y'all haven't even gotten to the villa yet, and y'all already complaining, okay? Honey, they haven't even been on the island a good 45 minutes, a good 30 minutes after getting off the plane, and they already whining, bitching, and complaining. And I think we kind of set it off because they're having to get their heavy luggage. And Kimmy and Tisha, they've been married and with their men for quite some time. So I'm married too, so I get it. Yeah, it's nice to have your husband with you, helping you get the luggage and all of that stuff. So, and here go Kimmy bitching. Oh gosh, these girl trips, they ain't what they're cracked up to be. Blah, 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 blah. And even old whining ass Tisha said, well, I ain't gonna say all that, okay? But honey, Kimmy is so male identified. It is disgusting. It is just crazy how male centered she is, okay? So let me show you a little clip. See, Kimmy is in her comfort zone, grinning, skinning, and mildly flirting with all the men, child. Check it out.
What's up, babe?
Chilling, chilling. Hey,
You looking cute. What's
Are
that?
you whipping up with them? What they
Yeah.
Were you just about to spin that man's wife?
I was like, wait.
Bloop. Now that's Kimmy's comfort zone, not being around a bunch of women, okay? Now I get it, some women aren't girls, but that doesn't necessarily make them male identified to where you don't champion the causes of women or whatever. But Kimmy takes it to a different level. I'm just saying, okay? So anyway, they see Sunny and they're just like, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I was not expecting this. Sunny is here. But meanwhile, y'all comfortable and y'all okay with inviting Destiny and Blindside Melody, whether she knew it or not, because she's part of the production team or whatever like that. She's an executive producer, shall I say, and she's not crazy. She knows how things work. But the fact that y'all would even do the bidding of inviting Destiny, but yet you're surprised that she invited Sunny. If y'all don't set y'all hypocritical asses down, okay? But see, I'm just tripping because the girls, so that they could make Melody feel uncomfortable, control the dynamic, and call the shots low key, and be intentionally cliquish on her trip, okay? So, of course, she invited her good Judies, her good girlfriends. Child. Anyway, they all get on a little shuttle bus. They're all on their way to the villa, right? And Kimmy makes a comment, so y'all just not talking to Sunny, right? Because she's the only one that really properly kind of greeted Sunny, gave her a hug. The other one's like, hey, hi. So anyway, it's on the bus. It's a little quiet, a little awkward or whatever. And I think the conversation came up about Stormy and her IVF treatment. And I think this was Sunny kind of producing a scene. She asked Stormy something to the effect, "You're trying to have another baby." And then she went on to say that I'm in my second round of IVF. And that did invoke some sympathy and a little empathy from, most of the ladies kind of looking. And I think Sunny showed the most empathy. She always talks about she's an empath. So I do believe she did have some level of empathy for Sunny being able to conceive, right? Even Tisha had a look of concern, right? But Kimmy just kind of looked kind of cold, staring off into the distance out the window. Child. Anywho, so Mel, Shanita, and Lauren, they're checking out the guys, the male greeters, and they're talking about some Stella or Melody gonna get her groove back. So anyway, that was funny. That was a key. Anyway, so the ladies, they get to the house. So they're just amazed at the view. Of course they are. They're taking it all in. And even Kimmy didn't expect any less than for Melody, and she really set the standard high, and she approved. Of course, now here's the thing. They're not really good friends of Melody, but they like receiving the benefits of being associated with her. Okay? Does that make sense? Just like in the very first season, how they weren't really close to Melody like that, calling her bougie and all of this, but yet y'all willing to go to her house and get all of these deep tissue massages and whatnot as you insult her, okay? Right? And by being in proximity to her has allowed you guys to be on this television show, Love and Marriage Huntsville, child, okay? And just like now, you taking it all in on this trip. You don't like her a whole lot, but you're willing to receive the benefits by being associated with her. You can't make this shit up. You just can't. Okay? So anyway, everybody arrives. They're happy to be there. They're taking it all in, the scenery, the ambiance. And so they get inside. They exchange pleasantries, the Melody and the group. And so they all get together in a circle. They take a toast, Shanita says, to friendship or something like that. So anyway, they commence to go looking for their rooms, child. And so as they're kind of going through the property and looking for what room, and Melody lets them know, you'll know which room is yours because there's a name tag on the bed, right? And so they're feverishly looking around. And so Sunny and Latricia, they find their room. I don't hear Sunny complaining. So Stormy, she finds her room. I don't think I even heard her complain. And Trisha's going to be in the same room with Stormy. And at first they thought it was Tisha's room. And so, Tisha and Stormy ain't really feeling it for each other. So, they were relieved that that wasn't the case, only to find out that there's a trio room or whatever. And so, which would be Kimmy, Tisha, and then Destiny as the third person, right? Honey, they cackling like hyenas. Oh, Lord, how could she do this to us? Well, this just shows us how she really feel about us, by the room that she chose for us. I'm like, Tisha, I know you ain't fixed your damn mouth to complain about the size of a damn room. Did you think she was going to roll out the red carpet for your ass? Okay, the way that you trying to blindside her and invite Destiny, her damn ops? What you thought this was? I'm like, girl, it's just a hypocrisy for me. It's like delusion meets reality, right? So, anywho, but then it's just funny because y'all show Melody how y'all feel about her continuously over and over. Y'all show her. So it's just the audacity, right? And then Kimmy had the audacity to say out of her mouth, after all of the time that we spent together, I was just expecting more. Kimmy, really? So let's flip that thing around and do a reverse Uno, okay? So after all of the time that you spent with Melody, both you and Tisha, you sided with her ex-husband, who was low-key abusive, at least mentally and emotionally, and cheating on her, treating her like ish, being a malignant, maniacal, narcissistic arse that he was. But he's a good guy. You're just a good guy, Martell. Oh, I won't call the side chick. I won't call your other woman or your baby mama side chick. I won't do that, Martell. I'm like, if you don't set your ass down. Anyway, honey, I hope they acting for the camera. Honey, y'all lucky y'all can stay in the house. But since y'all got so much money and a cute coin, Tisha, didn't you say y'all millionaires and things, you and Marceau? And you own 85% of the company with y'all broke ass getting sued, allegedly, okay? And Maurice driving Ferraris and all this. I'm like, child, y'all don't like the rooms. Y'all carry y'all ass next door and get one of them villas if it's free, since y'all got the coins like that. Because Maurice and Kimmy, y'all talking about how y'all done bought a mom and pop restaurant, and that was in the previous episode. Y'all renting it out. That's money. Y'all talking about how y'all had all these suites and y'all had rented them all out, and then you were in the process of renting out the last of 8 suites. Child, y'all got money. But no, y'all want something free, child. Y'all want handouts. Anywho. And then I'm gonna go back to Miss Nell because I skipped the part about Miss Nell. So let me kind of finish up with Kimmy and Tisha. But I just thought it was apropos, and I just thought really interesting how y'all were putting 20 on 10, expecting from Melody what you were never willing to give her. Okay, child, please. Anybody gonna reward y'all with no damn room with the balcony and no credenza, veranda, and all that with the infinity pool overlooking the ocean? Shit, y'all ain't finna get no room like that. Y'all lucky y'all on a damn trip. Okay. So, anywho. Ooh, and Tisha. So Tisha in a confessional had the nerve to say, and she got plenty of damn sense, right? You showing that you got them damn degrees for a reason, which is look at stuff, Tisha. Now don't get it twisted because she is lacking common sense. Let's be clear. Tell me something. I don't know why it's so hard for Mel to admit her true feelings. Why she not admitting it? Girl, bye. Tisha, just like your ass won't admit that you jealous of Melody, always have been, always probably will be at this point, okay? Just like you won't admit that you stole the blueprint concept from Melody just trying to impart wisdom on you, and you took a catchphrase and stole that and made your blueprint. You made some podcast, Mommy and Me, called the Blueprint. Child, you tried to emulate her whole style, which was an epic fail. Child, you can't be her. But anyway, just like you won't admit that you know Marcel ain't about nothing, you know he cheating on you, and that you accept him respectfully cheating on you, I guess, because you don't know about it. Or do you? Okay, girl, bye. Child, let me show a oldie but goodie of her.
Our husbands have been friends for a long time and they know a lot about one another.
My husband has never cheated on me. Let's be clear about that.
Anywho, so I did think it was generous of Melody to offer up her room and her suite. She said, me knowing that Shanita would definitely take that trio suite. She was like, it's no big deal to us. Y'all can have our master suites. And they like, no, that's okay. Whatever. Honey, I wouldn't have offered it up. Those opportunistic heifers, especially Tisha, child, they've been to say, okay, we'll take your room. I wouldn't have taken that chance, but, and they were like, no, that's okay, that's okay. But it was just the audacity of them to be offended. So anyway, let me back up to Miss Nell. Okay, so as everybody's running around looking for their room, Nell never found her room, right? Because remember, Melody said that your room has a name tag on it. Now, she had said before they arrived that everybody had a name tag except for Miss Nell, and that whomever forgot to make a card for her. Okay. So anyway, so that thing was hot as fish grease. So she came down to Melody. Well, where is my room? You know, Mel. She was like, well, Melody, I feel some type of way because I ain't got no room, blah, blah, blah. She was like, well, now you got your own room. I put it specially aside for you. It was especially put aside for you. Your own interest, your own everything or whatever. Honey, that still won't good enough. Well, I didn't get no name tag. Well, what my name card? I ain't getting no name tags, child. She was just looking for a reason to be offended. So Melody's so patronizing. She's so cute. She was just like, well, since you are the mentor and the elder of the group, you know, I made sure that I put something aside just for you. Child, why she say something about Nell age? And I do kind of get it. If you're a little older than whomever you're with, you don't want somebody throwing your age up in your face. But child, Miss Nell, you kind of deserve it because you got them fraternizing with Melody's ops, okay? So I love how Melody kind of get the ass back, or low key. And she know that triggers Nell. But I don't even think Melody meant anything by it. She was just showing her reverence and respect because you are the elder of the group. But I'm going to revisit that in a minute. So anyway, the problem solved with that. But in the confessional, Miss Nell was like, no, she wasn't feeling it because she felt like she went above and beyond on a Houston trip for Melody to have her own view, you know, out to the pool. It was probably one of the best quarters in the house other than what her and Chris had. But Melody framed it in such a way because Martell was there. So in order to kind of make it right with her and to have her apart from being in too close of a quarters to Martell, they gave Melody her own little section of that house back in Houston. So anywho, so I'm thinking in my mind that Nell felt like she should have had the red carpet laid out to her. Okay. So based upon a relationship. But you know, yesterday's prices ain't the same, Nell, because how you used to treat Melody ain't the same. Because again, you fraternizing heavily and heavy with her ops. I'm just saying, you do. You know, and it's a conflict of interest and it's going to play out later on the trip. All right, so fast forward. So now that we got through the whole Tisha scene and Kimmy feeling a type of way and how they kind of see the light, some type of epiphany as if, right? So Sunny, forever being a producer, producing a scene, she was like, y'all need to go out there and check on Melody. Somebody need to go out there and check on her because that's producing, right? And so, everybody looking around. Of course, Nell forever wanted having a little attention on her. She said, I'll go out there. Let me see what's going on. So she go out there to see what they talking about. And they kind of explain the whole room situation. And Tisha was like, we just got to suck it up. It is what it is. So Tisha, even though she passive aggressive and full of shit, in her mind, she's not trying to ruin a trip or whatever like that. So she's not trying to make a scene. And so they kind of squash it. And so I think they were about to go in. And so, here go Nell, like the Tasmanian devil. She come running out there, high energy. Well, what's going on? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. They kind of tell her, what's going on. Tisha said, it is what it is. She said, y'all gonna have to suck it up like I have because they got me sandwiched between y'all. So even though she has her own room, I think it's in between Sunny's room or Tisha and Kimmy and Destiny's room or whoever damn room, child. Now, why she say that? Because the girl's already kind of amped up and trying to kind of squelch their feelings, right? And here go Kimmy's like, wait a minute, what's all this energy? Kind of stepping to Nell. Now, low key, I don't think Nell meant it like that. She was just trying to make a joke out of it. Like, shit, y'all gonna have to suck it up too, because I'm sandwiched between y'all. I ain't get the room I wanted either, right? But I think she was kind of joking, but it's just her tone and her demeanor. And Kimmy like, well, I'm a grown ass woman. You ain't gonna be talking to me like that, because I guess Nell does have a way of coming across because, she's a mother. She has quite a few kids and she's used to being a mother bear, whatever. And so oftentimes they refer to her as the mentor of the group, at least Melody does, right? Now, remember how I said that Melody tries to show her reverence because she's a little older, than Melody, closer to her mother's age, right? Now, Kimmy, I guess you do feel a way because she ain't no damn elder to you. She your damn peer because low key, Melody said that Nell might be the oldest in the house. Shit, Kimmy ass might be the oldest because they about the same damn age. So I guess you do feel a way because I look at it like this. Nell considers herself like some type of like wise sage or whatever, a peacemaker, wanting to make sure everything's okay, like a mother bear. And Kimmy has kind of like the same personality, wanting to be the peacemaker, orchestrating things, and that kind of take over. I don't want to say take over spirit, but just like a take charge personality. They're similar in that respect, even though they're two different people, right? And so to me, that's partially why they're kind of button heads, was because Kimmy, like, that's my role. But here's the kicker. Now, Melody may be, 10, 15 years younger than them. What is Melody? About 38. Miss Nell and Kimmy might be 53 to 55. So say she's like 12 to 15 years younger than them, right? Not quite young enough to be a child, but, like a niece. They're young aunties to her. Melody, she has a driver personality. She's a leader and she has a take charge personality too. That's why Kimmy, and I think low key, that's one of the reasons why she don't like Melody on the level. Now, is different reasons because Melody's a bad bitch, let's be clear, because I think Kimmy is used to being the Beyonce of her group. Okay. So I don't know all of Kimmy's friends, but Kimmy's a nice looking, she's a beautiful woman. And I think she may be used to being the Beyonce of her tribe, right? Of her friend circle, or maybe close to it, or being seen a certain way. It's not even always about aesthetics, right? And then here goes Melody. She's used to being Queen Bee. You see? So you got a couple different dynamics at play. I just thought that I'd throw that out there, right? But Melody was just tickled pink, child, that they were kind of arguing or kind of, bantering back and forth about it. But child, that shit went left real quick because Kimmy was just like, I don't know what the hell is wrong with her. You ain't finna be coming at me like that. But I can't get over that. Miss Nell was just like, she said, because I whip everybody ass. I'm like, oh crap. We ain't finna start fighting up in here. So anyway, I'm going to cut this video off and I'm going to do a part 2 once they all get to the dinner scene and some of the other stuff, child. We're going to cut this thing in half. So let's call this part 1. So anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think about all this. The audacity of those damn heifers. What the hell are they thinking about, right? So anyway, this is Sensibility Speaks. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Bye-bye.
My